Your next guest is a longtime shareholder and close follower of the company. Joining us, Bill Stone, CIO of the Glenview Trust Company. I think $350 billion, Bill, even for you, is a lot of money. Like, it makes me wonder, what are they waiting for? Or maybe, what do they know?
Yeah, and I know some people speculate that that Buffett might be taking some sort of a macroeconomic bet. And it could be. He mostly talks about not thinking about that and just focusing in on owning stocks at a attractive valuation. And I'll add on within his circle of competence. So I do think that's part of it. He's just not, I'm going to say, not likely to own any significant amount of technology stocks. And as you know, that's been where the action has been for quite some time here. Yes, he owns a ton of Apple, but he says Apple is a consumer company, not a technology company, or at least that's the way he looks at it. So, I think he's just, again, it's as simple as saying he's not finding enough opportunities to buy.
Yeah, and when I see that, I do wonder, are they waiting for like a major pullback? Maybe they sense a recession is coming, which would then probably necessitate a stock pullback. Or maybe they just, again, they're looking, but they're not finding anything.
Yeah, and he always denies really looking at, again, making some sort of bet on a recession. I do think it's probably fair to say when you look underneath the numbers, most companies now, the valuations have very little chance of recession built into them. So while you can say you're not making an explicit bet, it's kind of underneath the surface, you have that bet on, so to speak, if you own really stocks in general right now, that there's not likely to be a recession here, anytime here in the short run. So I don't know how you parse that, but I think that it may be some of it. And that's part of what's keeping valuations up.
Yeah, and he owns a massive stake in oil and gas producer Occidental. There's been some chatter, does he take over that company? If you had to just guess, well, let's have some fun, Bill. Market's at a record high. It's Tuesday, worst day of the week. What would you do?
Well, I mean, I think, we know at least, or we have a good idea of the category that he at least has bought in this last quarter, and that's in commercial, industrial, and quote unquote other. As I kind of look at it, I'm thinking maybe a defense stock. I kind of throw out there Lockheed Martin. It got hit pretty hard on some cost. Well, got hit earlier in the year, but then again here in the second quarter on cost overruns. We know that he was buying, or someone in Berkshire was buying in both the first and the second quarter. So that's kind of my one idea.